It's out here raining and it's super foggy. So if the live stream does not work, I tried my best the next live from inside the house. So anyway, let's talk about it. Why women find confident, masculine men mainly attractive. Ladies, I'm not lying here, and you know everything I'm saying is true. Okay, you know what you like. Turn this up a little bit. You know what you like. A lot of y'all are picking and choosing guys, and in a kind of way where you're noticing the kind of men that you want are moving overseas. Okay, and so some of y'all are positioning yourselves the best you can. Don't act like we don't see this. You guys smash that like button. I'm doing a live stream because YouTube took my 33-minute live stream, chopped it down to 10 minutes. I was cooking in that live stream. I was talking about, how, guys, they say that you can only use like 10% of your brain or 5%. Last live stream I broke it down better than this, but basically saying like, well, maybe that space in the junk part of your brain or the part is just the capacity that you have, but in the realm you can only use 10% of that capacity tops, or otherwise you probably go insane, or you be able to see things in this realm that you're not supposed to see and maintain your sanity. That's why you have to be blinded and not be able to see certain things, right? Imagine the guys that are waking up now, you're only using 5 to 10% of your brain, and you're still the smartest creature on this planet. If you're using like 50 to 60 to 70, you would probably realize that your consciousness is so vast that you're just kind of trapped here in this vessel, and you're supposed to be here more likely to learn and experience different emotions, but you've some kind of way been trapped. And there's entities that you can't see, but if you're able to probably use more of your brain, you'll probably be able to see these entities that might move around, attach themselves to us, and cause you to think negative thoughts or to do self-destructive things that allow them to feed off of your depressed state and your energy, right? We have no idea what's going on around us. But I was saying all that stuff in the live stream, but they deleted 20 minutes of the live stream. So all that good stuff is gone. But, I will scrap together what I can remember, what I was saying. It had a lot to do with the women. Y'all are out here, and let me know if the video's chopping up. I mean, they ended the live stream. I ain't never seen them do that before. They ended it in the middle of me talking. And if you go and look at me, I repost, go look at the post, community tab to the post. I posted the live stream. It says 33 minutes, but when you click on it, it's only 10 minutes, which lets you know that YouTube is editing it right, getting rid of everything. I'm so mad because I was really like tapped on that one, but it's whatever. What we do is we don't let those be fears or whatnot, their lessons, get back out here and do it again. So I'm gonna try to be more precise this time. Hey, that's cool, man. Hey, just smash that like button, you guys. I got 2 likes, got more than 2 people in here. Do me a favor, smash that like button. Appreciate it. Now, what I was saying was, it's like 2:30 in the morning. It's ridiculous, man. Dude, I was for like 7 minutes before I went live. And these NPCs, anyway, remember this, like I was saying, what if you're only able to use 10% of the capacity of your brain, because the rest of your is accessing space and consciousness and ether, but you can't really tap into it because your vessel here can't handle that. It can't handle that level of knowledge, because your eyes project. You're actually able to access more of your brain. God knows what your eyes would be able to see and project in front of you that we can't even see right now. Like I said, there could be entities that we can't visually see that are around us that tether themselves to us in negative thoughts, so they can feed off of your energy the entire time you're in this realm. We have no idea. Hey, what's going on, fam? What's going on? See, I'm glad I got back on here. Had I not back on here, wouldn't have seen my cousin. And the rest of you great people showing up to the live stream. It's raining a little bit. That's mostly fog, so it's not cold out here. We're gonna rock with it. If I'm coughing badly tomorrow and I seem braggy, we know why. We know why. We say, hey, listen, I got a video of them putting the trails up the other day, like a football field in the sky. So we'll see what comes from this. But so what if God, I'm not saying that maybe, previous versions of us, he allowed them to have more access to their mind, their brain, and maybe it caused for certain people to go insane. And think about it, if you knew that you were trapped here and your conscious could go beyond what we can already figure out, and you're already the first creature on the planet, you're going to be like, wait, man, I'm bigger than this body. No telling what we'd be inventing and different ways to make ourselves live in this realm, and we'd be like, screw these bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, all kind of stuff, trying to figure out how to get to the other realm. So, you gotta lock the brain down. It's not like, we're dumb. No, we're only allowed to use so much of it because you don't really need to know exactly what's going on around us. I'm telling you, God knows better. If we knew what was going on around us, like they made those, the government made those night vision goggles, the red ones, remember? And it allowed you more than likely access a part of your brain that lets you see parts, they did it with these soldiers, right? Parts of the realm that you were not able to see before. And they said they seen monsters and monsters attached to people. It made you insane. So more than likely, it just allowed them to access a part of their brain they don't normally are allowed to access. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Those were the night vision goggles they had prior to the green ones. But anyway, this just found the rabbit hole. I know some of the ladies over here that watch my channel are spiritual, and I'm trying to connect with you spiritual women. I know that the next woman I get with will be some type of way spiritual, and spiritual is the next echelon, the evolution above being religious. You have to have a religious base, but religion separates God from you and puts God into a facility to make money. You know what I'm saying? And then men have to go to that facility and praise God, and also have a pastor tell them that we're doing everything wrong, and that's why women are single. No, God is in you. God, you're a part of God in this realm, right? You know what I'm saying? So if God is in you and you're a part of God, that makes you a God in this realm, a little G. And only spiritual women know this. Women that are still religious or whatnot, they feel like this is like blasphemy, but then they'll read a Bible quote that says that, God is in you and the way to get to God. And they'll still try to, like, listen, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole, okay? I said little G, and that's just me acknowledging God in me. I'm not going to call myself anything else. But the spiritual women understand this. And y'all to understand that you ladies weaponized the internet and social media. Now, I want you to know that it's always been a weapon. It's been a weapon. This is why they messed with my last live stream. I'm gonna do it again. It's a weapon used to collect data. They collect all of our data. Everybody's posting everything. Everybody's putting everything up. Some people think that the internet runs by satellites in the sky and not wires under the sea, but we're going to get into that, right? They're collecting data, fooling you into thinking that AI is sentient or somewhat sentient, but this really is a database of all the data they've collected, and they're running algorithms on the patterns that you have, and we're not going to get too far in. What I'm saying is, you ladies are allowing this weapon to be used against you and men, because you go and you look for things in men online that you wouldn't dare look for from a man in front of you or in your space. Allow me to explain. See, you have unrealistic expectations when this weapon used against us, called the internet and social media, gives you endless perceived options. Men and women are given these endless perceived options, but men know that the devil, is running the show on the internet. This is the devil's playground, okay? It's an artificial world within an artificial realm that's housing your soul temporarily. It's a matrix within a matrix, but it's not the matrix that God made for you while you were in this realm, because everything that you would ever want is here. If you did not have the internet to consistently feed you negativity, as I said in my last live stream. For example, allow me to explain. I call myself the lone wolf. I have a lot of AI channels fed to my mind. This is why I tell you guys, do not watch faceless channels. These AI channels are tier 2 of bots. Allow me to explain. Tier 1 of bots that they make are the ones in your comment section. Tier 2 are straight up fake ass channels with fake views. It's completely AI. And if you ever listen to this AI, like the lone wolf channels I listen to, they're always telling you to be antisocial. They're always talking more about what other people are doing wrong as opposed to what you're uniquely to make you this lone wolf element. It's always, while everyone else is going online to impress people, you're staying away from people. They're literally telling you to be antisocial, but they're trying to make it seem like it's some kind of great, heroic thing that you're doing. It's not. It's propaganda. It's a psyop to keep us separated. Now, see, I can pick up on this psyop. I block all. So if you don't know, I block all faceless channels, right? Unless you're like Game Changer and a couple of these, you know what I'm saying, dating niches, I block all faceless channels. That way I don't have, because see what happens is when you're a faceless channel, yeah, it allows you to be able to maneuver better because you ain't got to get ready and show your face, smash the like button. But what you're also doing is you're predictive programming, you're conditioning people to be okay with watching channels that they can't verify that they're watching a human being. So now the government can slide these tier 2 bots, which are AI channels, into your algorithm, and you just think it's just some person that's no. It is propaganda to mess your mindset up, right? But since it's seeing channels that are faceless and it's already socially acceptable, now you're not like, wait a minute, this is like AI. This isn't a human being. I can't even see if you wouldn't even watch anything like that like 3-4 years prior to now, but now you're so used to everybody chat GBT and everything, and even your favorite content creators making AI channels, you're not able to, tell the difference between, a human being with an AI channel and an actual bot channel made from whatever social media platform you're on, because why wouldn't they be able to make channels and make fake views? You hear them doing it for celebrities. Why can't, do you understand what I'm saying to you? They have different ways to push people into different ideologies. The lone wolf thing with the AI channels, I need to be antisocial. Another example of this, I was watching one of them lone wolf channels and they were like, yeah, you don't go to the club and interact with anyone in the club. You observe them from a distance while those fools are dancing. What are you going there for if you're going to hold a wall and weirdly stare at people while they're trying to socially? See, they're teaching you to be antisocial, but it's disguised behind what you think is a channel that you're just going online and kind of like building up your little, ideology. No. Propaganda that's consistently making you weird. They want you to be antisocial, go places, watch people from a distance, and never interact with them at all. And think that's no weirdo. You're a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? And women are, let me bring this completely full circle. Women are getting fooled by this kind of stuff. The same propaganda that we can recognize and we can see this being pushed our way, women are getting this propaganda pushed their way by these celebrities they see that are getting online, being puppets, showing this glamour lifestyle and running and still getting the men they want, and women thinking they can do that, or going from one type of guy to upgrading to another guy that's a better guy than one before. These are celebrities and they do weird stuff. Like, you see, the problem is, as a man, know that these people sell their soul and they do certain things, and you can look in a person's eye, tell how happy they are. Most of these celebrities are dead in their eyes. Most of them are so messed up on drugs, they can't even speak in interviews. Hey, look, I ain't saying nothing that y'all don't already know. They can barely talk in interviews. They can't stay still. They're jittery and all this weird stuff. We all are seeing these people be junkies and no one's saying nothing, right? But then they're able to get online and flash their money that their handlers are giving them. And then women think that this is a law. And they can't see behind the facade. Those celebrities are false in front of you to make themselves feel better. If they were really whole, they wouldn't need to do stuff like that. They would know that people that have less than them don't want to see them doing things like that. But women can't see that. Women get envious of these women, right? And so now women are just looking for men. Listen, women have always vetted men, okay? In the day, primal days, and men have always had to put on a show of dominance, or entertain a woman in certain types of ways, like nature. Lions have to show dominance through dominating other males around, being of the pride, and they get their lioness. Birds, the male is always bright colored, and like I said on the last live stream, I was watching a bird that would clear the ground that he lived in. He cleaned it up. moving branches and twigs out the way, and then he would move his feathers around him that made it like he had like a dress on or something, like a bell, and it would dance until a female would come along and then see him, and then he'd get the buns. Right? This is the way that women are watching men and vetting men. It's what they have to do, right? To get the best one. Women have done is allowed for the internet, right, to give them this fake ideology of what the kind of man that would be, which is endless options, basically like having a video game, an RPG, and you're building your own character. They think, you guys smash the like button, they think that they have this type of option. Okay, I want them 6'4", maybe like a trust fund baby or just some type of CEO. I want them to be, ruddy red in color. I want his skin to be shining whenever the sun hits it. I want to make sure that he drinks water, but not eat too much or drink. They think they can just do all this weird stuff based off the internet and what they show them, that they have endless options. And the fake endless options that they're showing you online is not reality. What it is are the guys that are attracted to you online, DMing you, and the guys that you run into in person. Like those are the guys. That's the real situation. But instead, women are looking at like social media and they're giving to them, and they're thinking that these options are real, therefore creating these unrealistic expectations that they then project on regular men in the real world. And we can't keep up with these fake personas of people going on. We can't keep up with none of this, and women can't see past it. So we're stuck in a situation where women, they're no longer vetting men, they're weaponizing the internet. They're looking for this 110% type of dude, and there's no such man. They don't believe in trying to get a guy that has most of the qualities they want. They want a, super tall, super charismatic. Why would a super tall guy have? He doesn't need to. That doesn't make any sense. You're looking for qualities that other men have to have to make up for the fact that physically, based off of these unrealistic expectations y'all built from these characters you see online, we have to like step our game up. If, like me, I'm fine, so I gotta be charismatic. I have to, in my opinion, because I like to compete. I'm a dude. I'm going to compete. You guys smash the like button. So I can't never be 6 foot something, but what I can be, charismatic, full of energy, carry myself in a way that we don't even think about my height, right? But women are looking for a guy like me in a 6 foot something frame. It's never gonna happen, right? It's never knock it off. And what I'm telling you women out there that I noticed, some of you women online, you're content creators, and some of y'all vetted y'all. I'm watching y'all like y'all studying us, and y'all aren't that bad, but you're asking for too much. Not being realistic. And you need to start basing your standards and whatever you're attracted to in reality. And then, you can, if you see a guy that meets those, standards or whatever based in reality online, then you can kind of like vet them a little bit, but don't watch them too long. You got like, buddy. Don't watch him too long. It's because you can't. Don't watch him too long. Don't study him too much. And don't compare him to men that you will never have the opportunity to meet. Right? Just be more realistic. I'm telling you, don't let the internet fool you thinking that you have more time than you have and way more options than you really do. And also, if you're a decent woman and you're a content creator and whatnot, remember, I'm not gonna. How do I put this? You don't want to talk too much. I'm trying to be nice about it. If you're a content creator and you're single, you don't want to, and listen, like I get out here and I rant, just go all in these different tangents. Even though I rant, I make sure that I don't go far with certain things if I'm looking to be dating like I am now. So I'm making sure I speak a certain way. I'm putting out a certain energy to draw women in. So I have up. I can't be like rah, rah, rah. Y'all don't want to come off the wrong way to the guys you want. Don't talk too much. We don't really care what your ideology is about dating right now because you're single, and you're a woman. So whether you know it or not, you're yourself a victim. You gotta smash the like button. So you're gonna have a problem with men. It might manifest itself into something like this, where you're complaining about the kind of women that men are dating, and older men want younger women or something like that, right? I've seen a lot of content like the way women talk online and tell you how they feel about things is they'll use a video like Tracy Ellis Ross, and you know, she has these high standards and she's pushing, you know, 50 something, and she's date younger men, but she's having problems with that, and she's talking about, you know, men have these toxic traits that are huge, and that's why she's doing it. And that's why she's doing it. And then that's not how men feel. You know, and then she'll say something like these toxic traits, that these guys have these toxic traits her age, and that's why she's going for younger. And then you'll hear those women say, they'll use that video to say, okay, now this goes for the men as well. Y'all got to stop doing that, man. Like, if you want to stay, you want to get your views up, you can straddle the fence for the sisterhood and put something in there like men do it too. But when you do that, when I see that, you guys smash the like button. When I see you pandering to the sisterhood and adding in crit about men that you have no right to speak on, I just, you know, sigh and qualified at that point. Like, you know, and that's just me. And again, I might not be the exact guy that you want, but I'm the archetype of dude that you like. So if it turns me off like that, it turns that you want, you know what I'm saying, specifically. So whenever you have an opportunity, if you're going to make a video about men, you're going to go in on men, make the video completely about men. Stop segueing into it from a video that started off about women. That is very immature, it's misleading, and quite frankly, I don't have no respect for it. I have no respect for it, because it shows that you don't have enough sense to control your emotions, because then it makes me feel like you really are only at Tracy Ellis Ross video to get your point across about how you feel about how men that are, you know, older, that are moving like those women. So, you know, it's manipulation. It's weird. You eat too much. You have too much of an opinion on something that you don't know nothing about. You don't have a man. Stop using videos to disguise you whining about you not being able to, because I'm telling you, I can see through it. I'm telling you what you're doing. You're disguising you whining about not being able to get the men that you want behind a video with a woman doing exactly what you feel like the men that you like are doing as well. That's what I'm trying to get across. Stop doing that. It's annoying, man. If you have a problem with men, just make a video about it so I can see you come in and I can avoid the video altogether. I'm not trying to be watching women online starting off where I think that they're going to critique women in the way that they are, and then segue men. I don't want to hear this stupid ass. We don't care what you think. How many times we got to tell we don't care what you think? If you don't want to get a man, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to get a man, stop telling men what you think men need to do. We don't need that. We go to God and we have our own counsel. Stop doing that. You don't have a man. You're not happy with the man that you want. You need to stop doing the stuff that you're doing and expecting a different result. Crazy person, keep it to yourself and shut your mouth. Critique the women, which the gender you're a part of, because you can do that and not look crazy. But when you start talking about, I think men are, you think that way? Working out for you so far. Yeah. You think that way, but what man is allowing you to think that way and voice it around him and be with you? I'll wait. None. Exactly. Stop doing that, man. Because you're pretty and that don't mean nothing. It's about personality over everything. I don't want to hear no woman disrespecting men. I don't want to hear you trying to critique men. It's not your place. If you don't have a man, you know it's not your place, man. What are you doing? If you had a man, you wouldn't talk like that. You would know better. I'm giving you some free game. But anyway, my phone's about to die. I'm about to get off of here. Ladies, don't take offense to what I'm saying, because if you're over here, you obviously find me attractive. So what dudes that you find attractive, think how we think. We don't want to, listen, I'm telling you straight up. If you're online, and most of you women are, if you are critiquing men in any kind of way, you're not going to get the man you want. Unless you're looking for like some alpha dude, you know what I'm saying, that really don't listen to what women say. You're looking for a guy like me that like pays attention to women. I'm trying to learn her. I want to be the, you know what I'm saying, the best kind of guy for I can be. You know what I'm saying, to really understand. That ain't gonna work for us. I don't care what you think. I don't want to hear what you think about men and what men are doing wrong. Yeah, that sounds nice. That's cute and everything. But where's your man at that agrees with what you're saying? Where's the children at that y'all are working on in the marriage together in wedlock? So you can have a whole bunch of different, probabilities and ideologies, but it ain't got no base in reality, and we want to hear it. Just excuses. It helps you feel better at night. You know what I'm saying? It helps you make sure you don't cry yourself to sleep to think that it's something wrong with the men and nothing wrong with you. And maybe the men are asking for too much from women. No, we're not. We're logical. I wouldn't ask for nothing I don't think I can't get. So when I tell you I'm going overseas and I ain't gonna let no men try to redefine to me, it's like Tracy Ellis Ross is saying, oh, men are stuck in their ways and they're rigid and they're not fluid and all these weird modern words. I'm saying, you normally hear the rainbow community talking that way, but all these weird words, you know what I'm saying? Look, I know what dating's supposed to be. I know what I'm comfortable with. My boundaries, my standards. You're not gonna tell me that I'm doing something wrong by filtering the people I allow in my energy and my space. We're not slaves. We don't just have to give ourselves to y'all. Just because you're halfway decent looking and come on, knock it off. Knock it off. Okay? And you don't want a man out there like that. You want a complicated man that you look up to and you know you can learn from. Well, I am. All right, and I'm letting you know, stop getting online telling us your opinion about men. I'm gonna tell you straight up, only the pander men are like, oh yeah, girl, you're preaching. Oh yeah, girl, you something. Men like me, here, once you start talking like, yeah, and this goes for the men too, shut the hell up. Done. Done. Ain't listening to another, you ain't. You're the kind of woman that'll do that around me. You'll try to slide your little goofy without it being asked. I don't want to hear it. It's like I'm not going to give you mine unless you ask for it. You ain't doing nothing wrong, ain't hurting nobody, I ain't got nothing to say. You always got something. Stop talking so much. Do something about what you want to do. Take action. Take action to get the kind of man that you want. And again, before I go, my phone's about to die. Yeah, I'm about to move overseas. Tell you something. You an American moving overseas, don't think you're gonna accidentally, coincidentally, nah, ain't no coincidence, ain't no happenstance. I'm overseas. Y'all think y'all gonna wait the finish line overseas. Don't let these doggone unrealistic expectations built off of social media make you think you're gonna move overseas and get an American man that moved overseas. I'm moving over there for a reason. If your home of origin isn't somewhere overseas, excuse me, if your home of origin somewhere overseas or your ancestry, you gonna walk up to me and I'm like, hey, are you American? No habla inglés. No habla inglés. I don't know I not know what you say. I don't want what going over American women for. You're not gonna play me. You're not gonna move over there and try to no. Don't study dudes too much. I'm telling you straight up, man. I'm telling you straight, you ain't gonna fool no dude going overseas. It was all cute when the passport bros were nerdy dudes you didn't find attractive. Now you got all moving over there. Tony Yayo, man, you know what I'm saying? Yayo got a big ass passport bro chain on. Y'all support Tony, man, while he's out here trying to support y'all. He's trying to show y'all a little bit of support. Understand when somebody's out here that's big enough to, be known and they're putting you on, make sure y'all put his videos out there where he's showing that big ass passport bro chain. Don't let that free money go away that he's trying to hook you up with. Come on, man. Put on Tony Yayo, man. He's putting on passport bro. Big ass passport bro chain. Passport bro gang, man. On gang. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. You guys go ahead and subscribe. Join the tribe before my phone's about to die. Make sure that you share the live stream and drop a comment. Ladies, I want to hear from you. Do you agree? Disagree? You're already checking in. Continue to check in. Fellas, salute. Already know